Welcome back to the MWHS Wildcat News.
Coming up on this week's episode,
basketball knockout games occupy freshmen and sophomores during extended QT.
A feature on a senior artist with a unique style.
A small town student takes the halls at Millard West.
A public service announcement on advanced placement information.
And this week's Sports Corner. I'm Madeline Anderson.
And I'm Andrew Pfeiffer. Throughout last week, QT was extended to an entire hour due to John Baylor test prep.
While juniors studied for the ACT, seniors got an open campus, and freshmen and sophomores did a knockout tournament. Andrew Pfeiffer and Holly Rooney bring us the story.
During last week, the freshmen and sophomores competed in a knockout tournament during the hour-long QT. While the juniors were studying for the ACT and the seniors were set free for open campus, the classes competed for QT donuts.
It was fun. A lot of people cheering, but it also was very pressured. It felt very pressured.
Gotcha.
The freshmen played on Tuesday and the sophomores played on Friday. Whichever student won within their QT advanced into the finals against the opposing class. The finals were held on the following Monday.
At the finals, the freshman class was represented by Aiden Bergeron, while Dallas Beanham competed for the sophomores. Beanham ended up winning the competition and taking home the trophy. Both boys were awarded a $25 gift certificate to the Scratch and Post.
When I made the shot, I turned around, I just saw everyone by me, and I was just like, I'm about to get crushed. That's all I thought. And it was awesome. That was pretty great.
The 9th and 10th grade champions were awarded the Hy-Vee donuts for their QTs. Third place winners Brock Wyma, Ben Bizzle, and runner-up Xander Hay and Nolan Opitz also granted their QT with donuts.
Most of my QT was there. My teacher, Mrs. Fox, the math teacher, she was cheering me on, and then most of my QT was cheering me on because they wanted free donuts too.
The tournament drew a large crowd of students, teachers, and staff members. Wildcat Crazy J.D. Wessel was also there to close out the tournament, taking the students for a ride on the Crazy Coaster.
I might make it next year, but it's going to be tough. That competition is going to be tougher. But
This has been Holly Rooney
and Andrew Pfeiffer
with the MWHS Wildcat News.
The talent among artists at Millard West is amazing, with no exception for senior Ethan Holliger.
His unique style has caught the eye of many art lovers. Gabe Paredes and Jackson Parker bring us a closer look.
Ethan Holliger is an inspiring artist at Millard West with a unique style inspired by pop art, tattoo, art styles, and a keen eye for intricate detail.
It's all visual. It's all part of the visual aspect. I like making things very interesting to the eye, but above that, there's deeper meaning to it that I think if the emotional trauma that everyone faced through their teenage years and their adolescence really appeared on the skin, that everyone would look like this, but in every one of my pictures, they're smiling through it and they can, power through it. I feel like everyone would appear equally if that were the case, and that's what my drawings represent.
As Ethan continues to improve and experiment with his artistry, his parents are excited where Ethan goes next in college with his art style.
I think that Ethan's art allows him to be creative, and it gives him an outlet for things that sometimes teenagers and young people are dealing with. It's something that he's really good at. He's always been very good at.
Ethan has already done some work to promote himself and his artwork through clothing designs.
Yeah, so I bought this sweatshirt from Ethan because I've known him for a while and he's always been into art, and he started something up and he said he's making clothes, well, designing clothes, whatever, and I decided to buy one because I actually enjoy his drawings, and it's he has his own unique style.
Despite some of his efforts to promote himself, he is still working hard to find some more recognition and is optimistic to what the future holds for him.
To any aspiring artists out there, don't give up. Although it's very tempting to give up at times. And trust me, I am not at the point that I want to be, so this advice isn't coming from a place of strength or really security. I'm just saying don't give up because that's what I tell myself. And though I get negative reception for some of my art, I know that there's a specific market for it, there's a specific demographic that it's going to cater to that is really going to help me rise above in the future.
This has been Jackson Parker and Gabe Paredes with the MWHS Wildcat News.
The difference between a small school with about 30 kids per grade is different compared to the large class sizes here at Millard West.
Tyke Thomas experienced the new environment firsthand as he shadowed a current student. Trevor Lewick brings us the story.
Hi, my name is Ty. I'm from Weeping Water, Nebraska, and I will be spending a day at Millard West.
Tig's family moved from their home in Ralston to a town they had never heard of, just over 1,000 residents.
Originally, the reason why my parents decided to move from Ralston to Weeping Water is because they wanted to raise their kids in a smaller school environment.
After a 30-minute trek to Omaha, Tig arrived at Millard West.
Millard West. So I first got there in the parking lot, and I couldn't believe how many students there were. At my school, we have 2 parking lots, and maybe like half a parking lot together gets filled. Walking through the hallways of Millard West felt like I was walking into the gates of an amusement park. There was lots and lots of people. I think there was more people every 50 feet than my whole school. At Weeping Water, we're on a period schedule rather than the 4-block schedule at Millard West, and I personally think I like the periods better because I get up, I don't have to focus on one subject for more than an hour. I have about 40-minute class periods that I just sit through and listen to the lecture, but then again, a con of that is I always have homework. Sometimes I'll have homework in 8 subjects, where I don't have a lot of time in class to work on it always, but.
Along with experiencing Millard West as a school, Tig attended 4 classes and did most of the work in each class. Being an hour and a half long, it was hard for him to keep his focus while learning. At Weeping Water, Tig's classes are 40 minutes long.
The math class was kind of confusing. I'm still in geometry. Art was fun at first, but then it went on forever. Spanish, I thought, was a fun class. I have a cool teacher, Juan. And then the other class, journalism. I like journalism.
Tig usually eats lunch with his entire high school. When at West, each lunch period is only 1/5 of the school and 3 times larger than his.
After spending the day at Millard West and coming back to this small school, I just felt like kind of relieved just a little bit because I knew everybody. Everybody in Weeping Water pretty much knows everybody, so there's lots of relationships just knowing each other. I don't know, it feels like a family really. Everybody's got each other's back here.
This has been Trevor Lewick with the MWHS Wildcat News. See you later, Wildcat.
AP testing season is right around the corner, and review sessions and studying are in full swing.
Cindy Looney and Cole Filer made a public service announcement about how to prepare for advanced placement testing.
This is Jaden Cover. He didn't attend his AP review sessions and, well, now he's failing miserably. He struggles to get even one answer correct on this test.
What up, Wildcats? Are you struggling with the AP testing? Well, let me tell you what. The AP review session covers it all. Instant fives. It starts this week through May. The AP tests are in May, so you gotta get prepared with the AP test prep. Instant fives. Let's go.
I'm Jaden Cover, and I'm not an actor. I went to the AP test preps and that upped my score 1 billion points. It'll up your score too.
Remember, check your daily announcements for the time and places.
Despite the cold weather, spring sports are off to a great start with their season.
Baseball, golf, track, and soccer have much to look forward to for their seasons. JD Wessel and Jaden Cover report.
Hello folks, JD Wessel back here with another Sports Corner. Great to be back. We're going to jump right into it. First off, we have boys baseball, where they defeated Elkhorn South in a Class A, Class B little rivalry matchup, I guess you could say, where Peyton Wendell pitched 5 innings and only gave up 1 earned run. The Wildcats won the game 11-4. Max Anderson headlined on the offensive side, having 2 hits and 4 RBIs. We spoke to Tyler Bandera on what his team...
Coach has said this before, but I've noticed it like my whole career playing with him, but Easton's always has that dog mentality in him where he will strike anybody out, get people to hit ground balls or pop flies. He will always be the better person in a situation than the batter and the pitcher. And so, like, even though he might not be as overpowering as what one might think, he's overpowering to the batter because, A, his ball jumps on you quickly, and he's got so much movement, it's so difficult to hit.
And the next game for the Wildcats will be in the first round of the Millard West Invite that will be held this next Thursday. The Wildcats have a first-round matchup against the Papillion La Vista Monarchs. And speaking of Papillion La Vista, the Wildcats golf team is playing in the invite today at Benson, and we will try and keep updates for you guys. We talked to Jack Morris on his thoughts of the season.
Pretty good, but there's a lot of other teams that have 5th or 4th year seniors that have been on the team for a while, and we only have 2 seniors this year. One's been on the team since his freshman year, and the other has been on the team since his junior year. But yeah.
And again, we will try and keep you guys updated on the golf team today. You can check us out on Twitter for some live updates and live feeds at MWHS Catalyst. And now over to girls soccer. They recently played the Bryan Bears, where they won easily 10-0. And Katie Stoneburner had 4 goals in that game, along with another assist from her. We talked to Jaden Beecher on how she think her and her team did.
I mean, I kind of think we just played together as a team and high pressure. So we got a lot of goals off early.
The next game for the Lady Cats will be against the #1 team, the Marion Crusaders. That will be a big one for them, and that will be next coming Tuesday. And for the Millard West boys soccer team, they have been off to a rough start this season. Now 2-4 on the season after a loss to Millard North 3-1. We got Andrew Hall's opinion on how the season has gone so far and what he thinks they can improve on.
It's definitely a gut check. We expected to do better because our program has always been one of the best. So we got to turn it around.
And for the Millard West boys team, their next game will be against the Q Street rivals Millard South. Good luck to them. That will be held again this next Tuesday. We will see you guys later. This has been JD Wessel. Great to be back, and we'll catch you next week.
And that concludes this week's edition of the MWHS Wildcat News.
Before we go, be sure to check out the NHS Carnival that's fast approaching. There's plenty of fun games and an opportunity to dunk your favorite teachers.
Tickets are being pre-sold in the cafeteria April 16th through 19th. Be sure to check out the Catalyst online and follow us on Twitter at MWHS Catalyst. I'm Andrew Pfeiffer.
And I'm Madeline Anderson. Have a great week, Wildcats.